Hello, Culture Matters podcast. Today, I want to talk about Thanksgiving, 2024, 2025. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was just just right before this weekend, and I want to share some thanks. It's been one hell of a year, and there's so much to be thankful for. I wrote some notes because there was that many things to be thankful for, and gratitude is something that does not come easily to me. I'm always looking at what could be better, what could improve, what I did wrong, how I could do better. And, rule number 12 in Beyond Order, if you're listening along or apprehend, excitement around the lecture series that I'm working on for the Beyond Order and the 12 rules and so on series. Stay tuned for that. But rule 12 in Beyond Orders: be grateful despite your suffering. A reminder to look up, having come through hell in one form or fashion, or while trampling through a tough time, or even easy times that can easily lead us to second guess and overthink and think think to the point of oblivion in the absence of actually execution and getting things done. And so, be grateful in the spirit of be grateful despite your sufferings. It was just more of a feeling on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Wow, I'd love to do an episode on, or no, that's not true. That was, yes, my memory is not serving me. The, the day of Thanksgiving, we were on the way to that first dinner, and I thought, what am I thankful for? So, and I made a short list, and I want to share them with you. Before I do that, please follow me, Jay Doran _ the Culture Man, for weekly videos on culture, business, life, leadership, various topics that I'm addressing in the short form. And take a look at the other podcasts that I've done on 30 Days of Thought, the CEO Manual. It's a quick search away on the Culture Rush podcast. And of course, our interviews that we release daily of people that I'm thankful for. And many, they're on, I have a list of people that I want to shout out. And I did miss some people, but I am going to give some shout out some people I'm thankful for. But I'm so thankful for everyone that's participated in the Culture Matters podcast over the last handful of years. It's almost a half decade we've been doing the show, and so many thousands and thousands and thousands of people are participating in this show, and it's really overwhelming because I've been so laser focused on our guests and preparation and intention and attempting to listen to hear what is unsaid and as well as what is said, to ask the best possible questions to learn from our guests and through the experience and grow as a listener, a leader, an executive in the making, an advisor, consultant, speaker. This podcast, which is one of the things I'm grateful for, the Culture Matters podcast, is a meditation for me to get better and act out our values as a company. And I'm thankful for everyone that's participated. I guess the first thing on my list was to be thankful for, and I'm thinking, is of course there's a story behind the order, but the order was in an order of importance. So I'll add that this order is not an order of importance, but it's the order by which that I was thinking and free flowing and writing down what I was thankful for. But I don't know if it serves me to put a list of things I'm thankful for, like a hierarchy, because that seems to, there's a degree of I don't know. It's another podcast, I guess. But the first thing on this list was, I'm thankful for our client partners. And now what that means within our culture, it's the spirit of partnership that holds our organization together because it's values. First, I'm in the car and I get knocked off my Wi-Fi, but I'm thankful that I can even do this show in a car, make it happen. As action oriented as we are and we've been this year, bringing that intense energy into 2025. Go listen to episode 675 of the Culture Matters podcast for my word of the year, intensity. But I'm thankful for our client partners, for the amazing people that we've been serving for years and been able to serve, and our new client partners, and that I look forward to the next decade plus and 20 years. And those that even are no longer with us, and I'll say this in brief because if you're interested, I would look out for the tribute episode I'm doing for our late John Schwartz, a great one of our client partners, a late a regular guest on the Culture Matters podcast, who I'm deeply thankful for having met and known and worked together for years and years and years. He's been on the show 9 times throughout the history of our podcast. And you can easily type in the name JOHNSWARTZ. I hope I spelled that right. SW, yeah. And I'm thankful for all of our client partners. And of course, we 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 lost John on October 16th, 2024. He impacted me and so many countless others. I know that firsthand, having been to the service, the great service after um his leaving us. But I am thankful. So look out for that episode, that tribute to John Schwartz on the Culture Runners podcast. That's will be out soon. You've seen our client partners on the show. Like I just mentioned, someone I'm deeply grateful for. John's been on the show 9 times. Others have been on dozens, half dozen times, dozen times, 2 dozen times. And how can this be helpful to you, the listener? Service is Culture is a consequence of service. Like the relationship that the organization has with its customers represents the values. The values are represented firstly in that relationship, especially a small business. That's where engagement comes in. That's where leadership comes in. That's where engaged leadership comes in that transcends hierarchy or authority or title. That's where respect and inspiration and admiration and the energy comes in. It's that service to customers. When I'm looking at the customer in the eye and being and with them and serving them, our employees, our people, they see that, they feel that, they experience it. It makes it real, as well as, of course, how we relate to our people is a part of that. But the culture is a consequence of that customer service, that customer organization. That, of course, how an organization gathers, that it gathers, where is it going, what is the story, the language, the complexities. I could go on and on about what is culture, but it's people, foundation. And I'm thankful for our people, firstly, the people that we've been able to serve. Now, I'm very thankful as well for our team. I can't under appreciate the very people that that don't get the credit of being on this podcast right now, talking and proselytizing the brand or the belief we have in culture mattering. But behind the scenes, there are people that work to provide for their families and or themselves, or whomever is important to them, and have competence in various domains that serve our podcast, the services and products we provide for our client partners, and so much more. That I'm thankful for having people that believe in me, that believe in my wife, that believe in the work of our client partners, that believe in the vision of where this is going, that believe in the show and how much impact we're making with the Culture Matters podcast. I'm thankful that, and I'm thankful for those that did it, it was at their, I remember the first videographer I had. I mean, I didn't think he liked me very much, and I still he still helped me. I really don't think he did. And some of that is likely my own insecurity, but others is that I, when someone isn't, it's not their thing, or it's not, we're not on the same page. But I'm thankful for the help. I'm thankful for everybody that got us here. So I can't understate. Thankful for our client partners, thankful for our people, thankful for how much all the adversity, all the failures, all the everything that's gotten us here. I'm thankful for all the fact that it's taken me so many years to get back into speaking and back on podcasts. I'm thankful that I'm back. I'm not fully back, but I'm back. If you don't know me well and you've only listened to the interviews, go to YouTube and type in my name, and you'll see all speaking and things that I used to do younger. And yeah, I'm working on coming back, but better. So I'm thankful for that. Thankful for how our team, we work together. I'm thankful for how uh, me and Jenna work together. And I'm thankful for how consistent and just unbelievable work ethic that comes from her, and pushing and pulling each other. I'm thankful for the push pull that happens between us and our client partners, and the inspiration that comes from that. It can't underestimate the importance of working with people that you could learn from, you admire, you grow from. And the longevity of relationships is what is a precondition for meaning in relationships, because it takes time to go through things and really learn people and build people. And when you're building with people, there's nothing, it becomes so real and so worth it to sacrifice. So I'm thankful for my dedication to self-development, and it's kind of evolved this year, because for many, like with almost a decade, maybe a decade, more than a decade, um no, almost a decade, I was so many over 10,000 hours of Audible, so many different types of genres and books. And I've come to a point where, or season, let's say, of it's a point of it's culminated with now I'm going deep on a handful of books for a very real purpose, which will be clear in the future. But I've been studying a couple very deep, more deeply these like Beyond Order for this series this year to teach each rule, 12 rules for life. Now, We Who Struggle with God, I actually have it here in the car. Maps and Meaning, of course, is always a great textbook to go back to. And um, I've been in Peterson Academy. Huge shout out to Peterson Academy, this online college. As of this recording, I've finished 8.5 full courses with quizzes complete. That makes me feel good about the dedication I put into that, additional to all the things, the responsibilities I have to our business, of course, to everybody. To the extra time and learning and developing, the returns are priceless. I'm I'm thankful for how much I've done. And of course, in the back of my head, I'm thinking I haven't done enough. I should be farther ahead in the damn college. Uh, I've been unable to balance or not just execute fully on my task list at the because I increased my output dramatically of what I'm attempting to do in 25, and of course starting in 24 because 24 is when 25 starts, and so it's Q4. 25 already started. I've been doing less of the Peterson Academy, uh, but I still have finished 8.5 courses, and I just started this a course on communism or by Michael, just Mallet, Michael Mallet. Am I saying his name right? I don't know if I am. Uh, Sorry, Professor Malice. I think Michael Malice. He's like, yeah, he's a handful of books. If I mess his name up again, I apologize deeply. I'm less focused on the name of the professor and more on the work. I do have a 90 so far, so I feel good about that, being not a very good student. Hold on a second here. Oh, somebody's this is oh. Hey, here, I'm on a podcast, but here you go. I'm on a podcast recording, but here, that's for you. God bless you. All right. Happy Thanksgiving. Yep. You too. Um, I'm not, yeah, I just so anyway, I'm thankful for even just that. A lot of emotions come through me. I don't think I'm a good person. Um, am I a good person? I just gave that man $20. Did I do that because I'm being proactive and if I give him the $20 and I'm kind to him, he's not gonna start talking to me during this podcast and then, undermine my ability to give thanks to you? Or am I giving the money because I'm lighter and I used to say no? There's an excerpt in 30 Days of Thought. Say no to the homeless, which is more a metaphor of sticking up for oneself and not lying to homeless people, not making things up, but meeting them where they are and, introducing yourself, asking them their name, treating them with the respect of being a human and, coming from a standpoint of dignity and love and not just throwing money at them to leave you alone or lie to them or tell you to go away. Have I really grown? I don't know. I think you should be the judge of that. But yes, I now I'm in the season of that was a season of no. I was not creating boundaries. I was not uh as responsible as I needed to be to achieve the things that I wanted to achieve. And now that we've achieved all of those things and more, I believe I need to say yes again. I need to be more open. I need to have an open heart. And so which was that? I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's a mixture of both of what I just shared with our buddy. I mean, I didn't now I'm out of time because I have a meeting in 4 minutes and I still have so many things that I want to give thanks for on this Thanksgiving. But before maybe I'll have to do a part two of Thanksgiving. So this will be part one. So look out for part two of Happy Thanksgiving. What I'm thankful for in 2024. Maybe after this meeting on Sunday, I can record Sunday, 6:56 a.m. I got to get this out. I had to get up earlier than I would have liked to do it. I'm thankful for the opportunity. And look out for part two. But here are a couple people. I'm thankful for my mom, episode 242. I'm thankful for, and this is not a list of in order, so don't take it personally. Eric Guy, Andrew Berman, Alec Arena, Brian Hess, Christine Beckwith, Maria Quattrone, Robert Freehafer, Eddie Perez, Brad Lee, Chris Vester, Hubert Vester, the Vester family, Mike Drop Calhoun, Pete Fournier, Dr. David Yerkes, Chase Lenfest, Gary Crodhammer, Nathan Crodhammer, Rick Foreman, John Duffin, Paul Aceto, Alan Weiss, Bobby Castro, John Schwartz, Lindsay Schwartz, Lindsay Cohen, Dave Fanal, Greg Russian, Tony Capullo, and so many more that I'll talk about on part two. But I'm thankful. So maybe this is an inspiration for you to think about who you're thankful for or what you could be thankful for. And please leave us a review on the Culture Matters podcast. A little picture. And follow me, Jay Doran _ the Culture Man on Instagram. Do something good today and try to be better, like and honest, like I am trying to be the best the best advisor, the best founder of Culture Matters, an advisory consulting firm and host that I could be to our guests and proselytizer of Culture Matters with you on these episodes. And I'll see you next time on the Culture Matters podcast. Please leave us a review, share this with somebody, and I'll see you next time.